I would like to wish everyone a happy Easter this weekend. As millions mark Easter around the world, it's a time to reflect on the challenges we face, both at home and internationally, and what our response should be. We hear painful stories every day of homelessness, poverty, or crisis in our health service, or across the world, of the devastating consequences of war and conflict, including millions forced to become refugees. It would be easy to retreat into our private lives because the challenges seem overwhelming, or allow ourselves to be divided and blame others. But we need to respond to these problems head on, through action and support for social justice, peace and reconciliation. These principles are at the heart of Christianity, and Christians throughout the world will this weekend be remembering Jesus' example of love and sacrifice, and the Easter message of redemption and peace. At a time of growing conflict, that message of peace could not have more urgency throughout the world. I meet Christians and others of all faiths and none on a daily basis who share and live these ideals. People who give their time for others, whether those running food banks, protecting the vulnerable, looking after the sick, the elderly, and of our young people. That spirit of respect for each other, peace and equality, is one we can all share. So to all Christians, and those of all faiths and of none, have a happy and peaceful Easter.
Easter is a moment to reflect, and an important time for Christians and others to gather together with families and friends. This year, after a period of intense debate over the right future for our country, there is a sense that people are coming together and uniting behind the opportunities that lie ahead. For at heart, this country is one great union of people and nations with a proud history and a bright future. And as we face the opportunities ahead of us, the opportunities that stem from our decision to leave the European Union and embrace the world, our shared interests, our shared ambitions, and above all our shared values can and must bring us together. This Easter, I think of those values that we share, values that I learnt in my own childhood growing up in a vicarage, values of compassion, community, citizenship, the sense of obligation we have to one another. These are values we all hold in common, and values that are visibly lived out every day by Christians, as well as by people of other faiths or none. I think of those who go out of their way to visit the sick or bereaved, providing comfort and guidance to many in our country at some of the most difficult moments in their lives. I think of the sacrifices and service of aid workers who put themselves in harm's way to bring much needed relief in war-torn parts of the world. We should celebrate all these contributions and others like them, and the difference they make in our society and around the world. In doing so, we should be confident about the role that Christianity has to play in the lives of people in our country. And we should treasure the strong tradition that we have in this country of religious tolerance and freedom of speech. We must continue to ensure that people feel able to speak about their faith, and that absolutely includes their faith in Christ. We must be mindful of Christians and religious minorities around the world who do not enjoy these same freedoms, but who practice their religion in secret and often in fear. And we must do more to stand up for the freedom of people of all religions to practice their beliefs openly and in peace and safety. So this Easter, whatever our faith, let us come together as a nation confident in our values and united in our commitment to fulfil the obligations that we have to one another. Let us work together to build that brighter future we want for our country. And let us together build a stronger, fairer Britain that truly does work for everyone. And let me wish you all a very happy Easter.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.